Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
I have to say the quality of our generic music is really improved. I'll give you that, Ryan. Not that you're the one who came up with the music. Yeah. All of our guests today.
I pull all this music.
You didn't make the music, though. Okay.
Don't make it.
We should get a house band in here.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be like Letterman or something more current.
We'll put it on the list.
See what Doc Severinsen is up to these days. All of our guests today, including Elliotte, are brought to you by the Waddling Dog Pub. Swing by their attached liquor store to pick up your Donnie and Dolly swag. Countless reasons to come, sit, and stay at the Waddling Dog. Joining us now from Hockey Night in Canada and the 32 Thoughts podcast is Elliotte Friedman. Elliotte, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
I'm good. You know, I got to say, Ryan, I like that shirt. Unlike you paid for it, unlike those free golf shirts that Don and Rick are wearing.
Hey, I bought this in San Francisco on the weekend, Elliotte. I didn't get it for free.
What were we doing in San Francisco?
At a wedding. I told you that. I texted you. You got to read my text better.
Yeah, do you want to tell them about the gas station visit?
No. No, I told you. I texted you.
I missed that. I'm sorry, Rick.
You ignore my texts all the time, Elliotte. Come on, wake up.
No, I don't.
By the way, you look outstanding in the suits you wear. Was it chartreuse last night? It was so outstanding. And I know that Elliotte Friedman is not bucking up for those things. I worked at Sportsnet. They look good, though, Elliotte.
You know who it is.
Oh, yeah.
You know who it is. Yeah, you know who it is. Deb's a genius.
She is.
She's a genius.
Yeah, I miss her.
Mm-hmm.
One game for Cale Makar. Does that sound about right? Is that fair?
Yeah. I thought it might be two. You know, I really thought it might be two. Maybe Colorado being 2 losses away from elimination is a reason it didn't happen. People are comparing it to Dale Hunter. I don't think it's an exact comparison. Like Dale Hunter went and hit Turgeon right from behind. If you look at Makar, he could have hit McCann right from behind. He didn't. He did it shoulder to shoulder, but it was still late. And some people say, well, it's a clean hit, but late. Well, if it's late, it's not a clean hit. And like I said, he doesn't hit him from behind, but it is late. McCann is injured, and the injury is absolutely a factor. I'm not surprised Makar got a game. I think he's pretty fortunate he did not get 2.
Elliotte, your opinion of how the Kraken are able to keep up with the Avalanche series, now tied at 2?
I'm surprised. Number one, first of all, I think the Kraken are fast. Mm-hmm. I think they're disciplined. I think they're deep. I think the difference between them and the Avalanche is the Avalanche has more top-end talent. But now that top-end talent is starting to erode a bit. Like Landeskog's not playing, Nichushkin's not playing, and I don't expect him back anytime soon. And now Makar is out. Suddenly it thins out a bit. I think Seattle is as deep as Colorado is, if not deeper. And however, they don't have the top-end talent, but it's thinning out for the Avalanche. And the other thing, too, is one of Seattle's biggest questions was with goaltending, and Grubauer's been pretty good. If you're getting the saves, you can win. And I was saying this to Merrick today. This is starting to remind me of Patrick Waugh's last playoff series, which was against Minnesota. Colorado was an overwhelming favorite, but they lost in 7 games. And as the longer the series got and the more the Wild stayed in it, the more they went from, hey, we've just got to make it competitive to we can actually do this. And I think if you're the Kraken after that game last night and you look at what's missing from Colorado's lineup, you're probably saying, you know what, we can actually do this. And I think in a series like this, the confidence for teams like the Kraken, it just grows.
Elliotte, Maple Leafs, boy, what a weekend for Morgan Riley, the North Vancouver kid. So many big goals in Tampa Bay in Games 3 and 4. He's got 6 points, 1 off the lead for a defenseman in the NHL playoffs. Talk about his growth and just what a great playoff he's having, Morgan Riley.
Yeah, well, Rick, it was a really hard it was a really hard season for him.
Yeah,
it didn't go well. He really struggled at times, but he's been really good in the playoffs. I think for one thing, they found a partner that really works for him in Shen. It makes a lot of sense. They've taken a lot of the really tough matchups out of his hands. He can freelance a bit more. The one thing I really believe, Rick, is that no matter what your regular season is, you can rewrite your season in the playoffs. No matter what happened the first 82 games, if you come out and have a great postseason, everything is forgotten. I think that what's happening with Toronto is kind of amazing. The last 2 games, if you win the Stanley Cup, you're going to win a few games like these last 2 games. They're not 16 dominant performances. Sometimes you steal them. Sometimes these wins come out of nowhere. And nobody needs to apologize for that. I think the thing is about Toronto is everyone's excited here today. You have to remember that Toronto's been here before.
Yep.
In one of those series against Boston, they were up 3-2. Sunday, home game, lost game 7. Montreal, they were up 3-1, lost 3 in a row. Tampa, last year, they could have beaten them, got knocked out. They look, Tampa's doing things in this series we haven't seen them do in 4 years. And they're definitely ripe for the picking. It's like one of my buddies today calls me, he says, we're going to beat Tampa by 5 goals tomorrow. I'm taking the Leafs plus 2.5 or minus 2.5. And I'm like, are you insane? Have you forgotten the last 4 years? And that's why I really liked Matthews last night. He didn't get overconfident. He was quiet. He just said, we've got to win one more. They've been through enough that they know that 4th one really is the hardest to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Elliotte in Vancouver, if you can give us an update on these Emily Castonguay rumors to Philadelphia.
Well, the name got out, and I don't think it was something that the Canucks really liked very much, to be perfectly honest. I don't think it was something that Emily Castonguay liked very much, to be honest. I've heard that, they asked her about it, and I heard she indicated to them that she was happy to stay and doesn't want to go anywhere, that she is very appreciative of the opportunities she's had in Vancouver and made that very clear. So I don't expect anything with her. I still think it's possible, and there's been enough craziness flying around this situation, but I think it's possible that Cami Granato is still on Philly's radar. I just want to let this play out and see where that goes. I do think Philly had interest in both of them and was kind of doing their legwork on both of them. I don't expect anything to happen here with Castonguay now, and we'll see if this goes anywhere with Cami Granato.
Okay. Al, before we let you go, back to the Leafs, and we saw Kyle Dubas chirping with Tampa Bay fans the other day. But is he getting enough credit for the acquisitions of Ryan O'Reilly, Noel Acciari, and Luke Shan, as we bring up Luke's name again? Those 3 players last night combined for 17 hits and 8 blocks. Do they bring an element to the Leafs that they haven't had in a while?
If you take a look at it, Don, you look back at all the players in the last 5 years the Leafs have acquired to try to help these young players. You go back, you see Ron Hainsey, Patrick Marleau, Joe Thornton. There's a whole bunch of people they've brought in to help. And I don't know that anyone has had as big or as more significant on-ice moment than Ryan O'Reilly had in scoring the tying goal in Game 3. And he also he also blocked a shot. He also set up the winning goal. He won the face-off. I think of all the players that they have acquired over the years, O'Reilly has now had the most impact, and he's 4 playoff games in. But I think Acciari's been really good. I think Shen's been really good. The one thing is they've got to close it out. Don, they've got to close it out because we've been here before. But if they do close it out, there will be plenty of credit to go around. And, there was a rumor going around that Dubas was actually yelling at Leaf fans. I don't believe that's true. I think it was Lightning fans.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I checked into that, and I was told that's not true.
Say hi to Deb. Elliotte, thanks for this.
Yeah, I heard Bieksa was really good yesterday.
Hey, thanks for getting us, Bieksa. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's no way his hair was better than mine, though. No way.
You got the best hairdo ever.
That goes without saying, Elliotte. He was on the phone, too, so we're not really sure.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he just got, he just got out of the gym and like he was glistening and he wasn't sure that everybody could handle it. That was the problem.
Well, you're glistening too, Elliot.
All right, guys.
Thank you, my friend. Say hi to Deb. I'm serious.
Take care.
Elliot
I will,
Friedman.
Don. I absolutely will.
You bet.